Now, I'm not one to begrudge rich people. I hope one day to be one myself. And but I don't get the thinking of a lot of rich people. I'm in a neighborhood here, and these are $1 million homes. And believe it or not, this is a rural area of my county. There's still farms around here and stuff. And what'll happen is some farmer or landowner will get older and get tired of messing with the land or die, and the family sells off the land to a developer, and they take all the acreage and they divide it up and plop these McMansions on them. And some of them, I mean, you know, you gotta, there's some farmland back there. Some of them are so close to each other, you could stick your head out your window and spit on your next door neighbor's house. Now, if I'm going to spend $1 million on a house out in the country, why would I want a neighbor 15 feet from my house? I don't understand that. You know, for $1 million, they could have bought this whole big piece of land right over here, this field, and plopped a nice little house on it. And you know, it's the keeping up with the Joneses. It's the appearance thing, I think. I do know a lot of well-to-do people that aren't in that frame of mind. They like their privacy, and they're smart enough to know if they buy a little land with their house that it's going to increase in value over time. But I just don't get it. $1 million for a house, and and there's neighborhood or homeowners associations involved with all those houses. That some of them, they dictate to you what color lights you can put on your Christmas tree. Some of them you can only do red and white lights if you have a Christmas tree in your front picture window. Now see, look, I'm out here in a rural area. You know, it's horse fencing, and you know, it's a nice part of the county, rolling hills, green pastures, and then they plop these houses right next to each other. But yeah, some of them will even tell you what plants you can put by your front porch. If you put flowers in your front yard, red flowers go in the back, blue flowers go in the back. Red in front, blue in back. Now, I'm not going to pay $1 million for something just to have some old biddies tell me what the hell I can plant in my yard and what color Christmas lights I can put on my tree. But I guess if you're worried that somebody's going to think less of you because you have a pickup truck in your driveway, oh yeah, you're not allowed to, in that neighborhood, you can't even leave your garage door up for over a certain length of time. You cannot have a pickup truck parked in your driveway visible to your neighbors. If you want to park your BMW, your Mercedes in the driveway, that's fine. But a F-150 or a Silverado, that's got to go in the garage with the door closed. Why would anybody want somebody to tell them what to do in their $1 million house? I just don't get it. You know, you could buy that house and make it look like $1 million house for probably a couple $100,000, raise your chickens and turkeys in the backyard, nobody would care. In this part of town is rolling fields. We've been wanting to build an Ohio River Bridge over to Indiana in this part of town since before I was born. Maps actually showed where it was going to go before I was born 45 years ago. And these neighbors out here formed a conservancy called Rolling Fields that they fought this bridge for years and years and years. It was going to affect crawdads, then it was minnows, then it was a frog. And all these people are millionaires. They don't have, most of them don't have regular jobs. They, you know, they go around and they give away money. They go to cocktail parties and do charity events, and they do a lot of good. But they held up progress in my town for decades. And they don't want a bridge cutting through their vista, what they see. There's another neighborhood that is like that. That house right there belongs to a flooring supplier. He sells tack strip and carpet pad, and made quite a good living off of it. It looks like. But why the hell his wife? She likes keeping up appearances. They were actually on a TV show called Return to Gilligan's Island or something, where they put people on an island. It was kind of like Survivor, but it was a goofy, stupid kind of show. And she was hated. She was absolutely hated. People hated her. But this is Prospect, Kentucky. It's a little, $1 million community right outside of Louisville. But anyway, just wanted to see what y'all thought. And would you buy $1 million house that was 15 feet away from somebody else's house? Or would you buy $1 million worth of land and house and have you 10 or 20 acres and have the freedoms to do what you want and be an individual? I'm in that camp. Anyway, thanks for listening to my rant, guys. I was just thought I'd share.